So, hello everyone, and welcome to Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet. Well, it's been quite a while since I've actually done something related to, well, video games in general, but I guess it's time to, start up again. So, I thought I would start with, Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet because it's a really cool game, it's rather quick, really simple, it's easy to see what's going on. I don't have to say a whole lot about the game. And ignore the German here, by the way. For some reason, all this stuff is German, but everything else in the game is not. I don't know how, but okay. So, I've already played through the game once, but I'm gonna do a new game, of course. So, I'm not gonna get stuck or anything, which is actually not that hard anyway, but yeah. So, that was that, the intro. Pretty cool. I hope that actually recorded. If not, I'm actually gonna have to put it into the video afterwards, but that shouldn't be a hard thing to do. So, this is the sort of game that you describe as like a dual stick shooter, where basically you move around and while that you have 360 sort of aiming and you shoot at stuff. But right now we're not shooting anything, just scanning stuff, similar to what you do in Metroid games. So what you saw from the story, there's a sort of shadow virus going around and it's infecting planets and turning them into insanely twisted shadow planets. So it is our, well, job somehow to get rid of all this shadow stuff. So even though we're just a small little sort of UFO thingy, we're just gonna use all the stuff we can find along our journey to try and somehow combat all of this shadow stuff. Wow, someone missed that. You see, this game starts you off very simple with a rather short, well, small amount of mechanics that you have to worry about, but then gradually adds more mechanics and more items and sort of ramps up the gameplay as you go along, which is what Metroidvanias should do. And I guess you could call this a sort of Metroidvania, because it's pretty much built up like one. It's just that you're flying around in a sort of dual stick shooter sort of way. But apart from that, there's a whole lot of Metroidvania stuff going on. There's also a ton of goodies that you can get in the game, but I'm not gonna go for them really. Unless they're rather close and know how to get them. Well, I know how to get all of them because I actually 100% this game, I think. Or at least 95% or something like that. But I'm still not gonna do any of that. You can also follow these around, but they don't really do anything, these other UFOs. Also, after this, we're gonna play the rest of the game like on our own. Like there's not gonna be any sort of other ships that are gonna help us. Poor little fella. And the sacrifice was not in vain. The map is actually very helpful. It clears up rather quickly, as you can see, and it gives you a ton of like vision or stuff to look around. Also, these little glowy things, they're basically health. So whenever you get hit, you take some damage, and you can see how much damage you take by looking at how your ship is looking like. So the more damage you take, the more cracks your ship is gonna have, like right there. And this is basically the point where if you take one more hit, you're dead. No, hotkey that. There you go. But if you get a bunch of these yellow orbs that I showed you, not one, but multiple yellow orbs, then you actually get a bit of health back. And also these checkpoints also give you all your health back. There will also be goodies later that actually increase the amount of damage you can take. And those are gonna be rather important, though I don't know how many of those I'm gonna actually get. Oops, that's my scan. As you can see, if you scan something, it shows you which items you need to use on them. Sometimes it will show you multiple items if you can move multiple on them. Okay, that's it for the beginning.